Good morning. Welcome to Hacking Self Storage. It's Monday morning, and that can only mean one thing. We go through my week in numbers. Feels a bit weird today, I can't lie. During some holidays, I very, very rarely work because I just like to spend time with the kids, and I've got an amazing team. And don't get me wrong, I still do the newsletter most of the time. Last week I didn't because I was on a cruise and we didn't have any signal. But more often than not, I still do that, checking with the team, numbers, etc. But I do a bare minimum. I don't really go out there and do much. So now it's literally catch up, and I can't lie, it is daunting. I've got emails come at my eyeballs. I've got messages come at my eyeballs, which is amazing. I love it, and I'll try my very, very best to get back to everybody. So yeah, weird kind of a day. Right, how did it go last week then for us? As ever, there is some good and there is some bad. Let's start with Willoughby then. Firstly, can I just tell you, mrselfstorage.com, head on over there and you get my daily email Monday to Friday. Monday's all about every report I get, well, nearly every report, because obviously cash and money and stuff like that has got to be kept a little bit confidential. So you get 98% of what I get given. And then every single day we have storage news, industry news, and we give a storage tip or a business tip, something that is helping me. Right, so Willoughby, amount of quotes, 21 quotes last week. Number of reservations, 8. That's a 38% conversion rate. However, we're focusing on the good here. 38% conversion rate is absolutely amazing. The worrying statistic is 21. 21 quotes, just 21 quotes. I'm not too worried about it because our other whole site, Clough Road, just clicking on it now, did 42 quotes. So it did double the amount of quotes, and we got website visitors as well. So I'm not overly concerned, but there is just a highlight there that 21 quotes, not amazing. And something else that's not amazing. Number of move-ins, 8. So in itself, not too bad. We want to be over 10, but in itself, not too bad. So that's a 38% conversion rate. However, we only moved in 650 square foot. I don't think 650 square foot is enough. And so I want to be moving in at Willoughby 1,000 square foot a week. That's my aim. The net result was 25 square foot because we only moved out 625. So not too bad. However, we're only moving out 625. It'd be nice to be 500 or so up. Amount of rooms moved in was 9. Amount of rooms moved out was 9. So 337 internally. No containers in, no containers out. Still got 47 there. Store occupancy is 78.48%. Going into the winter period, I really do want to get above the 85% mark because obviously during the summer you gain occupancy, during the winter you lose it, and 78%. It's concerning. So yeah, I want to get up to 85% before we get to November. Will I do it? Don't know. Is my honest answer. Amount of merchandise sales was £32.68 per move-in. Insurance was good. We sold £8,500 worth of insurance on average per move-in for Willoughby. Amount of square foot due to move in this next week is 5 for 435 square foot. So 5 move-ins, 435 square foot. I think we'll do around about 900 this next week, hopefully. Amount of move-outs, a 9 for 725. So it looks like we're going to have a negative week, but I always add around about 400 to 500. So I'm hoping that we'll have a positive week. Right, on to Clough Road. And while I'm talking, I've just realised that I haven't got the Clough Road figures ready, as you'd imagine. As I do this every single blooming week, log into Stora, log in, here we go. That's it, it's remembered me. Bada bing, bada boom, here we go. Analytics. And there we are. So our occupancy is 71.14. So we're up 1.25% from this time last month. The monthly recurring revenue is 32,502. So that's up 3% from this time last month. It was 31,500. The gross revenue, so what we've actually invoiced right now up to this day, 11th of September, it is £9,563. And we're up 1% from this time last month. Right, let's get into the groovy stuff for quotes, etc. So 42 quotes. The quotes per day was 6. Number of reservations, just 5. So again, there's some really good things. 42 quotes, amazing, fantastic, wonderful. But then the reservations, not good. So there's some good and some bad. So 12% sick, it's 11.9%. So number of move-ins was 5 for 375 square foot. So not moving in too many square foot there either. we actually lost 115 square foot on this site because we moved out 490. The average insurance sold this week was £5,000. Move-ins due this week. We're supposed to be having a good week, well, a positive week. Number of move-ins 2, number of square foot to move out is number of move-ins 2, number of square foot due in is 175. Move outs 1 for 100. Right, let's talk about Beverley, and then I can't wait to talk about Wrexham. Wrexham is flying. Amount of quotes 11. So we've got 11 quotes at Beverley. Number of reservations are 4. So we've converted at 36%. So what we do, 3 move-ins this week for 245 square foot. So that's a conversion rate of 27%. However, we moved in 245 and we moved out 285. So it's nothing major, but it's just these marginal losses that are just frustrating. So we lost 40 square foot last week. Amount of square foot due to move out this next week is 3 for 480 square foot, no move-ins due. But if you remember, we had loads of square foot due to move out this last week, and I don't think they moved out. So that is why. What else can I say? Store occupancy is 92%. However, that's going to go down with 480 square foot moving out. Amount of insurance sold per moving was £6,000. So we're right bang on the money there. Now let's talk about my baby Wrexham. Move over, Beverley. Wrexham's my baby. 17 quotes. Really, really good. Really strong. Nearly as many quotes as Willoughby. Excuse me. What do we put that down to? Well, 1, the pay-per-clicks is now working. And number 2, our SEO is getting up there now as well. So it just needs a bit of time. I spent an ungodly amount of money on SEO. I've got a meeting with somebody in Holland. One of my mentors. This is who mentors him about SEO. So yeah, this is, I put a lot of money into it, a lot of investment, because I still think SEO is key. Yes, pay-per-clicks are important, but you want to be up there organically as well for my money, because it's free. It's free. Well, it's not really free because you're paying all these people money to get your site up there, to get it where Google likes it. But it just means that I'll be confident in coming to areas knowing full well that I can not only outposition somebody with an A-class location, but I'll be able to outposition them within a few months, like we are doing at Wrexham, because Wrexham there's a lot of self-storage there. Don't get me wrong, we're not number 1, but we're number 2 for the vast majority of searches, which is really, really good. And so when we come into an area, we can outposition somebody and then outposition them on Google rankings as well. That is the idea. So we've got some more investments to do for that as well. So number of quotes, 17, as I say, 5 reservations at Wrexham. I think that's an absolute, I think that's the most we've ever done. That's a conversion rate of 29%, 29.41%. Move-ins, we did 3 move-ins for 18% conversion rate. We moved in 200, we moved out 125. So net result is 75. We just keep on increasing this occupancy, which is good. It really is good. Insurance, don't forget, Wrexham never ever used to sell insurance. We sold £17,000 worth last week for an average of £5,666. We've got 3 move-ins due this next week for 260 square foot, so that's good. We've got some more containers coming as well, so we're really, really going to ramp up this revenue at Wrexham and ultimately rank up the profit. Rank up? Increase? I don't know. Square foot move out this next week is 3 move outs for 110 square foot. What else can I tell you? We did 22 altogether in terms of reservations. I'll tell you what, I'll get my newsletter up. Do you know, somebody has actually, because at the bottom of my newsletter, mrselfstorage.com, somebody has actually put, because I say, how do you rate today's email? Fucking great, meh, or get a proper job. Somebody's ranked it, get a proper job. It hurts. So I was like, ooh, gut punch. So please rank it fucking great. I would really appreciate it. Right, overview. Let's have a look. So, and today's, by the way, is a little picture of Donald and my kids. Yep, so revenue. Let's go for revenue first. £35,087.69. We took £1,998 at Wrexham, £8,087 at Clough Road, £4,351 at Beverley, and £20,650 at Willoughby. Let's have a look. We did 22 reservations and 3 booked online. So that's a conversion rate of 14%. So 14% of last week's bookings booked online. James led the way with reservations with 7. Jack was second with 6. And Google Analytics. So for just for the Stormore site, last week we converted at 4%, 468 website visitors and 18 reservations across the Stormore sites, because we could take off a Beverley one, because beverley24.co.uk is a different website. So that's a 4% conversion rate, which isn't too bad, especially when we do get a lot of traffic from nosy parkers like you lot. And I'm joking, by the way, because I would be a nosy parker as well, because I look at everybody's website. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you on Wednesday when we've got a great episode. See you soon.